What's going on? It's Alexander here, back with some more Monster Prom XXL. And well, once I actually remember to start the timer, we'll get going. You couldn't agree more, mostly because you're interested in smooching Zoe, but still.
All right.
What could possibly up the charm? Because didn't we lose a charm point? That's definitely smart. Maybe creativity. I guess outdoors could work. Dating in recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. You're partying your ass off with Zoe, Damien, and Liam when a holy throwing knife almost hits you in the face. You look up and, of course it's the Slayer. She's sitting in the upper branches of a big tree, and she won't stop throwing deadly magic items. Cut that shit out. Can't you see I'm just trying to party? How am I supposed to mosh with your stupid projectiles everywhere? Seriously, what obtuse pathology possesses you to perpetually violate our bodily autonomy?
Oh, a critical hit.
What? He said, why the fuck won't you stop throwing stuff at us? Oh, well, definitely not because I have a crush on one or more of you, and violence is the only way I know of expressing affection, as unhealthy as that may be. You have a crush? Oh man, this is totally going in my fanfic.
This is impossible.
What? No, gross. The real reason I'm here is that I'm planning to enter a high-level dungeon on Monday, but I don't have enough XP. So if you all wouldn't mind getting killed by me real quick, it would really help me level up. If you could just suggest a better way for the Slayer to gain experience. Maybe I should leave you guys alone for a while, but what to suggest? Internship at a mega corporation, I hear they pay an experience. You haven't had much success hunting us so far. Maybe you need to target some lower level monsters. Have you heard of Spooky Kindergarten? Ooh. That seems like it'd be smart. That could be charm. I might have to go with the charm, with one of the things going to be charm. Just because. Well, since I want to get that point back up. Even though that might not be charm. Like I said, that seems like a smart thing.
Unbelievable.
Imbecile, don't you think that's the first thing I would have tried? I just came from Spooky Kindergarten. It is a dark and cursed place. Monsters have no souls, but children have anti-souls. True. I saw a tiny vampire punch a tiny werewolf's teeth out over a carrot. Then he threw the carrot in a mud puddle. If there was a button they could press to get gave them a piece of candy but killed 1,000 living beings with every press, they'd press it until it broke. And the diseases they carry, robust pestilence with their own rudimentary intelligence. Sprayed myself with disinfectant foam, toasted myself with a flamethrower, and hired 2 medically certified exorcists. And I'm still pretty sure I'm coming down with a cold.
Prepare to die.
No, I'd rather set up in this tree and throw knives at you all than spend another moment in that unholy place. Man, I miss Spooky Kindergarten. At least when people threw knives at Spooky Kindergarten, it was for fun. Honestly, I'm still not entirely sure how I survived. There's a Spooky Kindergarten? Oz, why didn't you tell me sooner? Now I gotta rewrite all my fics. Thanks for nothing. Damien and Liam flee the dance party to avoid the Slayer's constant knives, and you're left to answer Zoe's endless questions about your kindergarten experience. You lose -2 fun and -1 smarts.
All right.
So that didn't work for that. In fact, that was just all negative. Should have went with the corporation. Might have gotten a positive. Yeah, let's go to the bathroom. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hang out in the bathrooms, you give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. You're going to help Zoe with her math homework after, but you notice her surrounded by a crowd of sinister cloaked figures. She seems pissed about it. Guys, stop it. I don't want any dead goats. I'm at school.
We must commence the rituals.
We understand you perfectly, Lord Zagord. This is a test. We must bring you even more dead goats to satisfy your dark hunger. What? No, that's the opposite of what I said, and I don't go by Zagord anymore. I'm Zoe, okay? Z-O-E. Can we take a rain check on that study session, Oz? I can't stand to be around these jerks. Zoe brushes past you on her way out. The cultists stare at you with unconcealed awe. Well, okay, it's concealed, but they're terrifying by their terrifying mask. But still, the Gord addressed you by name. You did not go mad with pleasure. It addressed you almost as if you were an equal. It passed within inches of your frail mortal frame, and what's worse, it mentioned rain. Could it be that it was referring to the fabled storm of cerebrospinal fluid, which will one day come to quench all sanity? Brothers, sisters, bow down before Oz, for he is clearly the prophet of Zagord. Please, O prophet, guide our worship, for we have noticed above late that our Lord appears dissatisfied with our sacrifices. The blood of many goats once pleased Zagord, and yet now we do not understand what has changed. That's pretty obvious. Perhaps, given your special relationship with our incomprehensible master, you could suggest a new sort of sacrifice that would please it. Fuck it, you got nothing better to do. You decide to be a prophet for the day. You tell them that what they should be really sacrificing. We're to learn from your mistakes. Sacrifice another goat. But right, we're sorry on the side. Sacrifice your own harmful prejudices. Honestly, because that's kind of obvious. She doesn't want goats.
So blasphemous.
But our harmful prejudices are precious to us. How we remain reliably unpleasant, the better to unplease the Gord. Maybe that's how it was with the Gord, you explained, but Zoe's got an entirely different set of standards that don't involve being a bigot. Your wisdom truly is subtle and deep. Very well. Bring out these prejudices. I can speak. One of the cultists stepped forward with a steel-banded box stained with blood and scorched by fire. You're not sure exactly what's inside, but it smells pretty racist. Now bring out the vat of acid we always carry around. Where are they keeping all this stuff? Those robes must be really roomy. Now dissolve the prejudices in acid. Go on, do it. The box dissolves with a sound like 1,000 grandmothers disapproving of your gender identity. We are all suddenly unprotected from new and radical ideals. The revelations are flooding in. Could it be that we have been jerks? Alas, it is true. And it is true also that our Lord demands from us one further sacrifice. It is the greatest sacrifice of all. We must sacrifice the past. The name Zagord is gone, perish along with the dark timeline that gave it birth. Here and now, we rededicate ourselves to a new cult. The cult of Zoe. Wow, that worked way better than you expected. Maybe you can dissolve the prejudice of other bigots in acid too. Or maybe you can just dissolve the bigots in acid. Either way, you gain +2 charm and +1 boldness. I mean, either or is an option.
All right.
It's not like Zoe and Miranda aren't always the perkiest of gals, but they seem extra perky as they skitter around writing things down in notebooks. Dallas, you're admiring our great work, Oz. You see, we are now food critics. Zoe has hired me for her magazine. Totally a real food magazine. It's an honor to have you on board, Your Highness. Zoe holds up a bunch of papers stapled together with doodles and crayon that seem to be Eldritch ruins, with some sparkly scratch and sniff stickers stuck on top. If you're quiet and subservient, you may watch us in our quest to be the best food critics ever. I was a little hesitant about founding this very legitimate magazine since I'm new to eating things other than minds and souls. And I usually have my eating serfs eat for me, but then Zoe and I realized we were the absolute best food critics according to our test audience, which was comprised of Miranda's food serfs. Now watch us create culinary criticism magic. First up, macaroni and cheese. This food item contains both macaroni and cheese and therefore deserves 5 stars for this accurate description. Next, couscous with vegetables. I've never tried it, and the pieces seem way too small to even register in my mini mouse. I won't try it either, but the name sounds very, very fancy, so 5 stars. Here's this microwave. Ah, yes, this is very shiny and very cubic shaped, which are both good qualities for a food. 5 stars. Here are some French fries. They don't seem to be particularly French. They don't seem particularly un-French either. Oh dear, how will we ever determine their Frenchosity? Easy, that's your specialty. You should give the French fries a French kiss worthy of the most epic of Frenchifications to check how good they are at French kissing and therefore calculate their Frenchosity. God, that's a headache. Miranda, obviously you're the most qualified to determine this. The only way to establish Frenchosity is to actually go to France. Just send an eating serf over to check it out. Now that would be really nice for the eating serfs. But we're not here to be nice. I think we may go with the one with Zoe. Because that seems like the best one. Yeah, you know what? That's what we're going to go with. Gasp. How did you know about my French-themed spooky high AU less monsterables? You truly are my number 1 fan, aren't you, Oz? If by number 1 fan she means trying to get in her tentacles on prom night, then sure. If you find them to be sufficiently good kissers, my eldritch compatriot, I will join you in this endeavor. It will be good practice for me when my prince comes along, provided I am not in an enchanted slumber at the time. I really feel like people shouldn't be kissing people in any kind of slumber, but that's a separate issue, so I'm just going to make out with a fried potato now. She does. Yes, I found that kiss to be both French and fried. 5 stars.
Spoiler alert.
5 stars,
You're
and Oz,
back.
maybe I can work on other kissing adventures sometimes. Heck yeah, and you do. It's called giving butterfly kisses to honey roasted butterflies to determine their butterfly factor. 5 stars. Do.
All right.
Where are we going today? Let's go to the gym. We haven't been there. The day an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural born leader. You gain +2 charm. So I was playing FOF. Oh, I was playing FOF. I'm Zoe, and I was playing FOF. I hope that stands for fuck off, faker, because that's what you are. You're a faker. What? How do you figure, Leonard? I was just trying to tell Oz how much fun I was having. Being a fake game... Oh, God, he's one of these people. Being a fake gamer girl, because if you were a real gamer girl, you wouldn't need to talk about how fun games are. You would just be playing them. A real fan doesn't go around shoving their fanness in people's faces. That's just what girls do because they're just doing it for attention. Can I put him in acid? Leonard, literally, all you do is try to prove that you're a real fan. You're the one who interrupted this perfectly normal conversation. Fake conversation. Leonard. Fake Leonard. No, wait. Real Leonard. Girls are the fake ones. Are you saying there are no real gamer girls? I thought I had met one once. She wasn't like all the other girls, right up until she was. The bitch friend-zoned me and went and dated some asshole Chad Cabra. Wait, how did that have anything to do with her interest in gaming? Poor Zoe, she's new enough to this whole being a high school girl thing that she has no idea that there is no reasoning with the Leonards of the world. Not to be a white knight or anything, but you really should step in and find a way to distract Leonard so you and Zoe can discuss absolutely gender-neutral topics like gaming in peace. Finally creating the perfect real gamer girl profile on Twitter. Tell Leonard that you heard someone saying there's no wrong way to play video games. Ooh. Both those would drive people like him up a wall. Hmm. You know, this would really drive him up a wall. You pull out your phone and quickly create a Twitter profile of the first ever legitimate gamer girl. And that, Zoe, is why you're a stupid faker attention whore who, oh, wait, someone's just followed me on Twitter and I must vet them immediately. Real gamer girl 42069. Oh, sure, you're a real gamer girl. Real gamer girl. I'll be the judge of that. No, gamer girl, not like all those other fake gamer girls. Most girls only play games for male attention. Well, that's true. Likes having things explained to me at great length by nice guys, regardless of the depth of my own knowledge and experience on the subject. Finally, someone who appreciates a true gentleman. Dislikes criticism of the patriarchy, coming up with rebuttals rather than immediately agreeing with anyone pointing out my flaws. Now this is a true gamer girl. Excuse me, milady. Oh God, he's even into that too. But I must go to explain her own beliefs back to her. She says she's into that sort of thing. Wow. Anyway, I was playing FOF the other day. Zoe gets to finish her story uninterrupted, and you get to learn about her passions and interests. What a delightful way to gain +2 charm and +1 fun. Do.
All right.
I think we need to go get some more creative. Let's go back to the auditorium. That day while rehearsing for the class play, you do a terrific job at acting. You act so hard that some of your classmates in the audience throw roses at you. 7 roses to be exact. Damn, roses aren't a valid currency or stat in this game. Anyway, you check your converter app to see if this could translate into something a bit more useful. Seems 7 rows equals 2 creativity points. Sweet, you gain +2 creativity. You spot Zoe and say hello. She seems to be in a pretty good mood.
Hey,
Hey, Oz, sorry about running out on you before. I was just overwhelmed by all that cult stuff. Speaking of them, they've actually been a lot better lately. They're still pretty clueless, but at least they haven't given me any more dead animals. I wonder what's gotten into them. Well, better not to mess with success.
Zoe, out.
Anyway, I gotta go study with my for my ambush finance midterms later. As Zoe leaves, you notice her cultists peeking around a corner. When she's gone, they sheepishly approach you.
Welcome.
Hey, Oz, praise be to you for your unholy wisdom and stuff. We were just wondering, did Zoe say anything about us? Does she like all the dead goats we're not giving her? Are we using the right pronouns? We all love her so much and we want to make sure she's happy. Or unhappy or ruthlessly insane as she can possibly be. I love her the most of all. Who said that? Whoever you are, you can't possibly love her more than I do. I'm the one standing at the front. I was standing in the front last time. We all look the same because we're all wearing masks.
Ugh.
Silence! You can't silence me. You're not my grandmaster. Well, someone is, right? I mean, we have a grandmaster, don't we? What kind of cult would we be without a grandmaster? We don't, do we? Well, that won't do. Please, Oz, grace us with your wisdom. How shall we choose our grandmaster? You learn to think like your mistress. Become a high school student for a day, and the answer will be obvious to you. You go to whoever can compose the best theme song to sing to Zoe every morning if the new episodes of her life. Which I just looked at the time. I'm going to end this here. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.